welcome back to Laurelbrook Talks, where we share our real life and real faith as Christian teenagers. So, I'm your host for tonight. I am Shane, and I have here, can you please introduce yourselves, guys?
Marcia, hi.
I'm David. Hello.
I'm Aaliyah, hi.
Okay, so um, tonight we will be talking about something all of us deal with, and it's about friendship in the digital age. We'll talk about real connections versus our online connections. So let's dive into it. But let me just share an experience that happened this week. This is in connection to what we're going to talk about. Um, my friend who now lives in the UK, it was his birthday last like yes no the other day, and I went to Ate Puchi's house to eat lunch, and I remembered, oh, it's his birthday, so I might as well call him. I called him, and then we all sang a happy birthday to him. So I was thinking, like, oh, it's actually really possible to like unite, kind of unite. I don't know how you guys call it, but like I call it unite. Your online friends now and your in-person friends, like your friends here in campus. So it was just a good lunch that we had because we were eating lunch and he was there on the phone, like, "Oh guys, how are you?" Catching up. So it feels real that he's there, but it's also not real because it's just online. So how would you compare right now, in person and online friendship as a teenager? Because I know we, oh, by the way, guys, they don't have phones here at Laurelbrook, so they have phone times every day, just 30 minutes. So how can you compare your online friends right now compared to your in-person friends? Because I know you made a lot of friends here at Laurelbrook. So
Comparing them to friends, like physically, it really doesn't change much, but the fact that they're just a distance, in a distance away from me. So it's a good thing that we have, like, this technology nowadays that we can connect with others who we know and, let's say, we're very close with. It kind of is a blessing in a way because, well, it kind of maintains our relationship even though the distance. So yeah.
So for me, all of my friends that I have online are a bunch of my friends from home, which I've known for like a very long time. So for me, it's kind of the same. It's not really like nothing changed except for the fact that I just don't see them in person anymore. So, and compared to now, to me, it's just kind of the same. Like, I mean, maybe it's over the phone or over text, but it's still like they're still my friends. We still talk the same way. We still act the same way. It kind of feels the same to me.
Okay, so for me, I think it's basically the same as like David and Leo, but I guess the only thing to add to that is like it's the same like between them. It's just like in an in-person friendship, you would make and create memories like every day, like together. Like maybe now I have my study hall group or like my classmates. I talk with them, we have laughable, like we joke about stuff that happens in class or work. But online, I can't do that as the same before. Like I can't just say, oh, you remember what happened in class? Or like, you remember what like this teacher said? It's like, oh, I don't have the same teacher anymore. Or we don't go to same schools or stuff like that. So I guess that's just the difference for me.
I also wanted to know on your perspective, like which feels more meaningful, like right now, someone texting you or someone showing up for you.
So for me, right now, it honestly just depends on the person. It depends on how close of a relationship that I have with them. There would be a few friends from home that they would be the people that I would want to talk to me if I was upset, even if it was just over text or over a call. But I have a few friends here too in person that it would also mean the same to me.
My friends online are more, not friends, but some of my friends online are more close to me than my friends here physically. So if I were to vent out or if I were to have a bad mood or something, I would tell them right away. But I'm the type of person who kind of hold things to myself. But usually, when I have a problem, I go to those friends who are online, usually just to text them or to call them, tell them what my situation is, and I tell them my problems, but I don't tell them as much as I do compared to the friends who I knew and I talk online.
You have different relationship with different people. It's like I have friends here that are really really close, some that are moderately close, and some that are just people I talk to. But then there's those that like you grew up with, or just like they know you from inside out. So like they're just like the ones you would want to like hear their opinion or like their judgment. It's not like I'm not like he's not saying like, oh, the ones that I'm not close with like in person, I don't want to hear what they say. It's just like sometimes in that moment you just need the people that are like you just have that like particular connection with, I guess.
Yeah. Since you mentioned that you've been talking to your online friends more or a lot, how much of your personality is the same online and offline? So, let's say your Laurelbrook friends. How much do they know of your personality compared to your online friends?
So my friends at home, I was with some of them like the same three a lot, like all the time, 24/7. So they know like everything about me. So I think compared to how I was at home, honestly, I don't think a lot of people here know like my actual personality. Not because like I just don't want to show them, but it takes me a while to get comfortable around people, especially like in such a new environment. You know, I still like consider this like a new place to me with new people and new experiences, but I feel like as time goes on, like I'm getting more and more comfortable with them, so they're starting to see like the side of me that I showed the people at home. But it also, again, it depends on the person. Like I don't open up to a lot of people fully unless I'm like fully comfortable with them. So it really just depends on the person and the relationship.
Well, for me, my friends here and my friends online kind of see me as me because, well, apparently I show myself, like my true self, to people I'm with a lot of times, just like Aliyah. Well, my friends here, I've been with them for quite a while, so I'm kind of comfortable with them.
It depends. It's a case to case basis actually, but yeah. Also, Marisia, you wanted to say something or you want to ask them something about the Bible conference and the music fest friendship?
Oh, yeah. Hi, guys. Nah, I'm kidding. So, you know, all of us, well, the three of us, we've both been to like, the three of us have been to like Bible conference or music fest. Let's say for some circumstance you couldn't get to like, I don't want to say stay in person, but like, keep seeing them as much in person. How has that virtual friendship been like all the way along, like now, like with it doesn't have to be many people, like just one person that you met, like how has that been, like how is it?
I went there not expecting to like find new acquaintances and new friends, but apparently it just the experience taught me a lesson that friendship finds its way towards you. You see, because I went there not trying to make friends. Actually, I just wanted to stay silent and just perform in the music fest. But well, slowly but surely, since I have some acquaintances there, they kind of introduced me to new friends. Or like I was staying in the boys' dorm there in Harbor Hills, and one of the students like just went to our room and they say like, "Hey, you want to hang out with us?" And then I went like, "Wow, I kind of want to turn down the offer, but well, I went with it because, well, they politely asked. And then when we kind of socialized, I felt like, oh, it's a good feeling, like trying to make new friends and stuff. So yeah, now that I made new friends and now I'm back here, I want to keep our relationship going because you see, they give effort to be friends with you. So why not maintain it? Because, well, you might not know. They might be the lost souls you might reach someday.
So for me, I went to Bible conference and it's not like I wasn't expecting not to make any friends, but I was just more or less kind of, I guess, scared to like reach out to people and to put myself in a social situation. But there were times where I would sit with Mauricia and we would sit at other tables to purposefully try to socialize or put ourselves in a situation to socialize. And I made quite a few friends, like more than I expected to, and it helped me kind of get out of my comfort zone and put into perspective that, like David said, it's important to have friendships because like you never know who that person's going to be to you.
Mm. Also, to like add to like both of you, whatever you're saying. I mean, I've been to both Bible conference and music fest, but I really like what David said about like because they give effort in trying to being friends with you, like you should actually like just like experience. Like you never know until you try. You know, I'm gonna say I've been to music fest first, and then I guess I had like the kind of the same perspective of David. Like I don't want to make friends. I'm just gonna go and like learn the song, sing the song, praise God, and like just come back, and just share Laurelbrook. But then I guess somehow and somewhere, I just remember girls just come to knock on the door and they come to the roomies. I'm like, hi, and then we start talking and stuff, and. At Bible conference, like stuff when you can see them again, that friendship keeps going even though like you may not talk. Like you see them again and it's like, oh my, I remember you from this and this. And it just feels really I think the feeling is really good. I think the feeling is really good to connect both of the virtual and like reality together.
Because um, what I observed also these days is our virtual friends, like we are friends with them first in person. Yeah, because I feel like it's actually hard to have friends online by not like you don't have an in-person experience with that person being friends. But you were saying about Daniel and friends, like your reference.
Oh, yes. Like, also to say, we can see in Daniel how they were taking away from their place and they were surrounded by a lot of bad influence. Not bad influence, but it was a challenge to like choose should I like well, in the story it was talking about like let's say eating the king's food. Should I just eat and, give in, or should I stand for what I know? Like they were really good friends, and what I really liked about it, they will always pray. I think prayer is like a big part of friendship, even if it just sounds like, oh, it's just praying. People say praying for everything, but prayer can be a big part of friendship, like really big. And I think when they prayed, God gives them the wisdom and the strength to actually stand. And also, I know for a fact, as in also being a teenager, it's like if, for example, I talked about David and Aaliyah. If we're doing something and like let's say they ask us to do something, if I'm the only one that does it, I think I'm gonna be like, maybe I shouldn't. But like if David says, okay, I'm gonna do it too, and then like because of that, Aaliyah might say, okay, let's all do it, then it helps to stand better. But if it's just one person, it's like, okay, and that can show how friendships are really beneficial and they can impact your life also. And there are examples in the Bible we can see.
So for me, I feel like it depends on the friendship, but my most of my friend group from home, and I feel like even a few friends here that I have now, I'm definitely the person that's like if you have an issue, no matter what it is, come talk to me. Like I will be here for you and I will support you, even if it's like because I had a conversation with a friend a while ago about who was going through some hard things, and I told her I was like, I try to help her with make the best decision possible, and then I try to help her through it. And I told her, I'm going to be with you every step of the way because as a friend, it's my job to love and to support you because I feel like your friends, friends are supposed to be like family. Like they're supposed to be your family away from your family. Even if it's at home or here, wherever it is, those friends, they're like your family. You're supposed to in a family, you're supposed to love and support one another, and you're also supposed to be there for each other. So I feel like when the type of friend that I am, I try to be there for them as much as I would want someone to be there for me.
Mm, for me, I guess, well, actually, everyone I've met, or not, maybe not like my really virtual, but like the people, for example, at Laurelbrook, they all say I'm an extrovert person. I don't think I am, but that's what people say. I just don't find it hard talking to people, guys. But I guess from what I've seen so far, like a self-examination in like my time here at Laurelbrook, I'm going to use my time at Laurelbrook because I think it's more for this topic. Um, I guess I'm like the person they always come to like to ask for their opinion to see like what should I do about this, or like is this right, or like help me, or like something like that. And then I'm like, I think I'm like both Aaliyah and David in one. Like if I see them doing something wrong, I'll obviously think to myself how to say it in a politely way, and then I'll just like try to say like as a friend, I think this is and then I'll be like Aaliyah too, like I'll always be there for them, like come talk to me if you need help or something like that. And then I'm also that person to like if they're sad, I just prefer to like make a joke around them, or like try to make them happy or see that smile just to keep their day going, because I don't know what they're going through.
Yeah. My next question would be, how do you maintain or build real and healthy friendships?
For me, I feel like every relationship, it's important to have boundaries with certain relationships. Like with certain people, I have certain boundaries with that I'm like, don't cross these boundaries. And if you do, we're going to have to give each other some distance, because if you can't respect me enough to understand that this is something that I need, then it might turn into something more. Um, I have a hard time sometimes with people and saying no, so sometimes I have some not so healthy relationships with friendships, but I feel like especially coming here, it definitely put into perspective of the healthy friendships that I had and the unhealthy ones. So recently I've been able to build more healthy relationships by actually setting up boundaries and actually putting them into effort and saying no and standing up for myself, but also making sure that I respect their boundaries. And it's all about trust and respect for each other, in my opinion.
Well, for me, um, I kind of try to adapt. So basically, like my friends who are a distance from me have different personalities from my friends which are here, and I kind of like you know switch between them because my friends are accustomed for me to being like some of my friends are used to me being this, and some of my friends are used to me for being that, and like I try to maintain as much as like the impression I left on them. That's what I try to be as when I'm with them.
I'm kind of a person that like doesn't like to always plan ahead in life or something like that. Like, living the day. But I guess in this, like, to maintain, for me, I like experience. It's a big thing for me. I think for me it's just like generally just like having an experience with the person. Most of the people that you see me around, it's because like we've had some experience that like made us laugh or something, and then from that like one experience or many experiences that we have, I just like bring it up or like make new ones, or keep just keep talking about them, like sharing.
Um, I want you guys to give a challenge to our listeners or viewers. What do you call them? Or both. Um, what's your challenge for them for this week about our topic?
My challenge for you guys is to make a new friend that is a stranger to you. Try to build a friendship relationship with them, not just an acquaintance. And it can be hard for some, but I know you guys can do it.
So my challenge for you guys is to reach out to a friend that maybe you haven't talked to in a long time, or just somebody that is, like David says, like more or less of an acquaintance rather than a friend, and just let them know that you care about them, and just reach out, even if it's a friend that you just haven't talked to in a while, just reach out to them and talk to them and check in on them and let them know that you care about them.
Okay, my challenge might be the easiest one, So my challenge is find a friend, or you know this friend, you have to find it. Your really close friend that you talk to every day. But instead of like just analyze this friendship and to see what you need to like fix in maintaining it. If there's something like missing, if there's like a missing part that like you need to just, like if you have to apologize for something, analyze your close friendship and see what's missing. Find that missing piece.
Wow, your challenges are great. I'm doing that this week. I'll do that. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for listening to Laurelbrook Talks. And if you have questions, or you may have stories like what they shared, or your own experiences with friendships in digital friendships or in-person friendship, you can comment that on our comment box below, or you can send us a direct message or email us or through our website or Instagram pages. Thank you guys for listening to Laurelbrook Talks, and always remember,
Choose real.
Choose connection.
Choose friendship.
Bye bye.
bye!